Some achievements are considered impossible, right up until the moment somebody does them, like building a flying machine or walking on the moon.
One giant leap for mankind.
Or building an airplane powered only by the sun. This is the Solar Impulse. Its impossible mission: to fly around the world without using a single drop of fuel. Not exactly non-stop, and not without a hitch, but it's only one flight away from completing its journey.
We are so different. He's an engineer, I'm a medical doctor.
And these are the two Swiss explorers who take turns in the pilot's seat. André Borschberg, the engineer, and Bertrand Piccard, the visionary.
Exploration is when you go into the unknown, you have no idea what's going to happen, and you try to use the doubt and the question marks to stimulate your creativity. And what I tell to the team almost every week is if it's easy, everybody else would have done it.
And it's definitely not easy. A solar plane lives in a tiny mathematical sweet spot, limited by weight, solar panel area, and batteries. The wingspan is bigger than a 747's, but the plane weighs only about as much as a car and holds only one person.
Everything is designed to be very light.
It's taken this plane about a year and 5 months to circle the Earth. That's because it needs ideal weather and because it's not an especially fast plane.
55 miles an hour.
This thing only goes as fast as a car?
The goal is not how fast you go to the destination, is how you get to the destination.
I've checked the plane, everything works.
It's no surprise to find Bertrand Piccard driving this project. He comes from a long line of famous adventurers. So famous, the creators of Star Trek named Captain Jean-Luc Picard after one of his relatives.
Named after the twin brother of my grandfather.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, so that's not just a coincidence.
No.
It's the balloon that'll take the professor up after it's inflated.
In 1931, his grandfather, Auguste Picard, was the first man to reach the Earth's stratosphere in a balloon.
It's a brave thing this little man's doing, risking his life for the benefit of science.
Jacques Picard climbs down a tube through the gasoline float and squeezes into the steel ball.
His father, Jacques Picard, was the first man to reach the deepest point of the ocean, in the Mariana Trench. The solar plane isn't even Bertrand's first record-breaking journey. He was also the first man ever to pilot a balloon nonstop around the world in 1999. It seems like for the balloon, it was pure adventure, exploration, pioneering. It seems like with Solar Impulse, there's a message as well. This is more than just a stunt, right?
It's not a stunt. All the challenges that André's engineering team had to build the plane, you see that it's exactly the challenges that our world has to be cleaner and more energy efficient and to solve all the problems of pollution.
The flight from New York to Seville, Spain took 3 days. If you're going to spend that much time cooped up in a cockpit, you have to figure out how to sleep.
You put the alarm clock for the 20 minutes.
And how to exercise. Oh. Yeah, I tried that on Delta once. They didn't like it. And how to do everything else.
And you see here you have the bag for the bathroom.
So you're basically sitting on a toilet for 5 days.
You're sitting in the toilet, you can sit this way.
It took Piccard, Borschberg, and their corporate sponsors over a decade to get the Solar Impulse off the ground. Tell me about your relationship. Do you fight?
Sometimes we fight, but not very often. But we very often disagree, which is the source of our creativity.
But I think we understand that we are at the end better off if we are together than if we are alone.
For now, Solar Impulse is intended to be a very visible demonstration of how far clean technologies have come. But these guys think that all of this is only the beginning.
I make the bet with you that in less than 10 years' time, we have electrical airplanes transporting 50 people for 1,000-mile trips. And this will happen.
You're willing to make that bet?
Yeah, I make that bet. Absolutely sure.
10 years right back here.
Yes.
I might just lose that bet. Piccard is in the air this morning, flying the last leg of this impossible flight.
The Wright brothers, they also had a single-seater flying very slowly in good weather. And 66 years later, there were 2 men on the moon.